Hello traders, it's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy and welcome in my first weekly indices forecast in the 2023. Before I start, I would like to wish you Happy New Year and in the upcoming year, I hope that you will stay healthy because in my opinion, this is the most important part where we should put our focus on. And of course, then I hope that you achieve your all trading goals. So let's see what we have on DAX. As you can see, this is the weekly chart, but we can even just as the beginning of the new year, we can start from with the monthly just to have like a very big picture. And if we pay attention for the monthly chart right now, what we will see, we have this monthly long 1, 2, 3. So last year was interesting because price was going down more or less the whole year, of course, with some retracements, but generally from this perspective was going down, and now it's making long 1, 2, 3, and as you can see we have only white candles right now. So the question is what we will have: continuation of the up move, and price will break those previous tops and will make new higher highs and will continue to go up, or we'll have just the move to the previous tops and then price will bounce and will start to go again low. Or there is also another possibility that price will just make like a lower high at some point and will continue maybe to previous bottoms or even deeper. Yes, but right now those are the only scenarios, but right now it's looks very to really continue at least to the previous top from the monthly perspective. So we go to weekly, and weekly what we see here, trend line was broken. Yes, weekly trend line was broken. There was resistance, yes, around this zone, and this was also broken. So and also we have a weekly long 1 to 3, a little bit steep, but it's still making like a higher high, higher low. So what it means that price can really push where to the previous top, like you said, from the monthly chart. Okay, so let's go to daily because we don't have anything else to draw here. And on the daily chart we see this strong momentum right now. We have this daily trend line, as you can see. So now we can unzoom just to find, just in case, to find another area of the resistance. And if you pay attention right now, price is around the resistance zone. Keep in mind that indices like to spike around the levels, yes, but there is resistance right now. Another resistance will be somewhere around this point, but this comes more from the daily chart, not from the weekly. This, I would say, coming from weekly chart. So those are the levels where price might potentially stop. Of course, we know that it can be also easily broken and price can just go straight forward, for example, like here. But anyway, we are on the resistance, price is moving up. So for the swing traders, you have to wait for some retracements to the trend line, to the 36 EMA. Then you can look again for buys. And for the intraday traders, we see that for our chart now, it's only climbing. We didn't have any retracements, any no 1 to 3s, prices, pushing up. Like we said, we are around the resistance right now. So what we can do, we can go to lower time frames and still try to look for long scenarios. Right now, you have this resistance. So if you are day trader, scalper, after breakout of this area, if you get any setups here, you can look for long scenarios, okay? Because this is also, we have this small wedge, sorry, not wedge, but like a small range we had here, yes. Here, so you can really look for buy scenarios after breakouts. Of course, keep in mind that everything here is late. If price make like a false breakout and then start to retrace, of course, after retracement you can still look for buys. So after 4-hour chart retracement back to the 36, you still go and buy this. So generally buys are very strong, so after retracements definitely it's good to buy. But if you want to be even more aggressive, you can look for sell opportunities to trade in the retracements. Of course, if price at least has to break this 1-hour chart trend line here, so whenever price breaks this trend line with the 36 EMA, so you have to see that price is breaking 36, is breaking also previous bottoms, and then after breakout you can look for short scenarios. and trade in the retracement to the 4-hour chart 36, and of course later on to the daily. But right now, really, it's still okay to buy, but keep in mind that buys are late. NASDAQ monthly chart. Also here we see that price, is making for us monthly long 1 to 3, especially that price stopped here. Yes, we see like 1, 2, 3, like 4 spikes around this level. Strong support was lower for me around this zone, but price like to also stop here. So what can happen? Or we will have, stop and then price continue to go up again. And the question is where? Previous stops, maybe lower high, and then another. So same story like DAX, okay? Or this is just the stop. Price will range and continue to go down, okay? So let's go to weekly chart, and weekly chart is we have the support, okay, double bottom right now on the weekly. If we look for trend line, this is our trend line. So of course, as long as this is also resistance area, so as long as this zone is holding this 36 with the resistance, we are still in the downtrend for me. Yes, if price breaks this, then we can have beginning of the possible up move. But right now until we are below at least this resistance 36 and the trend line, we are more focused to sell. Of course, as an intraday trading, we can look other things, because if you pay attention right now on the daily chart, the price bounce on the support, broke 36 EMA, it's pushing up. So definitely we can look for buy scenarios to target trend line and resistance. Okay, but there is the reason to do this. Price is around the resistance on the daily, as you can see here. So the question is if price reacts here or will continue to go up. So if we go to 4-hour chart, we see right now that price is trying to break this. 4-hour chart trend line is more or less like this, so it's not so perfect line, so I would just use 36 EMA. 1-hour chart, we had this false breakout, now price is pointing up. On the 1-hour chart, we have this trend line here, okay? So now, after breakouts, you look for long scenarios, definitely, and you have targets from the higher time frames. Also, you can look for the 15-minute chart. You can look for the retracements, for example, and then try to take the longs, or you can combine this with the lower time frames. So right now, buys after 4-hour chart retracement. This will be interesting, because if this is false breakout and price will retrace, you will be below the resistance. You can still, of course, look for buy scenarios to target this top, but keep in mind that maybe price will bounce and make deeper retracement. But as long as 4-hour chart 36 holding on the lower time frames, you can look for buys. Another option is to trade against main direction, but at least you need to see that price is breaking this 1-hour chart trend line, and then your goal will be 4-hour chart 36 EMA. So this is what we have on NASDAQ. US 30 monthly chart. Also here we see monthly long 1 to 3. Okay, we had this big spike. Now price is pushing up, and same like on NASDAQ in this DAX and NASDAQ. Yes, or price continue bounce, yes, and then we will have or deeper retracements, or some stops, or price will go again to this level, or we will have continuation and price breaks this and make new higher highs, or maybe lower high, and then this deeper retracements also back to this level. Yeah, so those are scenarios just. So we go to weekly chart. Weekly looks similar to DAX. We have trend line here. We had breakout of this trend line. We have also 1 to 3. Okay, so this seems that it's option to go long. The difference between this and DAX is that DAX broke those stops and is here, and US 30 still holds. Yes, it's still below this top, which is our resistance area. Yes, if you pay attention, this is like a resistance. We can even draw this. Next area of the resistance of the weekly is really on the previous stops, and in between we have that. Okay, and in terms of the support, I would say support is here. So we go to daily chart. Yes, and now it's very easy. Also here we can look for buy scenarios. We have this trend line, so all kind of the retracements on the lower time frames. Let's go there, 4-hour chart. You wait for the retracement. You look for buy scenarios. If we go to 1-hour chart, exactly the same, but you see that on the 1-hour chart, price is right now spiking around this zone. So if you see it's climbing above, you can look for buy scenarios. Okay, so 15-minute chart is not clear yet, but if we get that price stays setups, you can look for buy scenarios. So right now, like I said, all the kind of the retracement option to buy. Target is a little bit more limited than on DAX or NASDAQ, because we want to target first this previous stop, then this. And of course, if price breaks 1-hour chart trend line, 1-hour chart this trend line, okay, then you can look for short scenarios to trade against main direction, target 4-hour chart 36 if you have enough room, and then daily levels, okay, daily levels, which is trend line with the 36. So the question is, do we have this move and bigger retracement and then continuation, or price will continue and we will have a bigger retracement from this zone? Okay, so this is what we have here. Nikkei monthly chart. Monthly chart is crazy right now. Yes, we have also here we have like a 1 2 3, but that this whole we have a lot of noise here, but generally it seems to look like a 1 2 3. But the difference between other indices and this is that we are making right now red candles, so the pressure for now is to sell. But of course, price must break those bottoms to make continuations. Okay, so right now, if of course it will be more visible on the lower time frames. We stay in the range. This is like a next area of the strong support. So our price will continue to this zone, spike, and then we'll have reaction, or we'll have really this deeper retracement, maybe even this support zone. So this is like a monthly perspective. We go to weekly, and this is what I said. This is this support zone. We can just mark the previous spikes. This is our range. Oops, not this. This is our range. If you won't see this yet, this is our range. Okay, so we see that we are on the bottoms. This is our next support zone. So we can definitely trade in the range. Right now there is still a strong reaction, so it's very easy right now. If price breaks this, we look for short scenarios. Okay, if price breaks previous top, which is also resistance 36, you look for buys. Okay, so like a long-term perspective. In case of buys, this is your target because you will be trading in the range. If you are aggressive and you are a day trader, also pay attention to this level, okay? Because this is what I showed you. This is like here, like a long-term perspective for the swing trading. Here, of course, it's obvious that after breakouts, you want to continue with the main direction. But if you are a little bit more aggressive, you are scalper, day trader, because you know that this level is important from the weekly chart, okay? You can expect reactions, yes, before breakouts, for example. So if price reacts around this level, you can look for buy scenarios and trade in this small area here, yes? So you look for buys here and then try to target this resistance zone. Okay. First of all, of course, keep in mind about the 36, because price can make this another retest and then maybe but also price can stops here and then continue to go up. So, but pay attention to the 36 because this is our active resistance anyway. How we can do this? We can draw trend line, for example, and wait for price to break, this trend line after, hesitation around the zone, or breakout here, yes, and then try to go long, yes. So this is option to trade against this main move. But as you can see on the 1-hour chart, price is volatile and is making short 1 to 3 also. Okay, so you can still look for or 5-minute, 1-minute trades to target this, or wait for a little bit deeper retracement to this level and then try to sell and target this. And then, of course, you will decide if price will stop here. Then you know what to do. Yes, you can, for example, close short scenarios, focus on the longs. But if price stops and breaks, you will get very nice entry. So this is what, but this is for the day trading and scalping only. Yes, here in this area. Yeah. So at this zone. So, and the last is Aussie index, a monthly chart. Also here we have monthly long 1, 2, 3. Now it's also, as you can see, pointing up with those candles, white candles, and same story. Question: do we have retest of this, and then double top or like a triple top, and then price will continue to go down, or we'll have breakout and new higher highs, and we'll have uptrends. We will see. Yes, but now it's pointing up, so definitely it's also visible on the weekly. This is our next goal. Yes, this is our next goal, especially that price made this 1 to 3. We have right now very strong candle, broke this trend line, broke this previous resistance level where we said that price can be in the range. Right now is pointing up, so we are more focused to go long. We have also strong candles here. The thing is that we are on the previous top, so we can expect maybe some reactions. This is resistance, but indices like to have also big spikes. This is another resistance on the daily chart. So if price continue to go up, you have next level. Our daily trend line, it's not right now perfect to draw. We can just only draw the line on the spikes, so this will be like this. Yes, and we don't have any other touches, so you can leave it like this. Okay, or you can just remove it because right now price is pointing up, so you don't need this. So we had very nice option here to take the trade, like a classic approach. You see, entry, stop loss, and target right now would be achieved. Like yeah. So this was very nice. And what we have here on the 4-hour chart, trend line. So now it's very easy. Retracement to the 4-hour chart, 36 trend line. You look for buys, target resistance. Retracements on the daily chart. Yes, if price retrace to the daily, you look still for buys. Yes, target resistance. 1-hour chart, retracement to the 1-hour chart, 36 EMA. Oops, to the 36 EMA. You still look for buys. Yes, lower time frames, target this. Keep in mind that this is late and the price is making double top, so you can lower your risk. Yes, because we don't know yet if that double top or price breaks this, but if makes double top, yes, this is your target. Then after breakout, you have next target. Of course, if price breaks breaks this, you can of course continue to target the next level. So this is this, and if you want to be aggressive, of course, against main direction, break of the 36, break of the previous bottom, look for short scenarios, and target 4-hour chart, 36 EMA, and 4-hour chart trend line. Okay, so this is what we can do. Yeah, so this is what we have here on the Aussie index right now. For me, it looks very, very, very nice on the 4-hour chart, different than others. So it has very nice volatility. I hope it continue. If continue, this is your next goal. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Again, wish you all the best in the upcoming year. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. And we stay in touch. So all the best, and hear you soon. Bye.